Hello and welcome back to SideQuestsLive. We are going to be playing a video game. What the hell? Bleh. Caffeine. Need some caffeine. My name is Todd. I'm going to be the producer guy. I'm going to get to play today. I'm super excited. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to begin. I'm going to drink some water, or better yet, some caffeine, and we'll throw it over to the rest of the crew and meet the table right after this. Words. Yeah.
Do you like communism? Come, Moldova will welcome you.
It sounds pretty great right now. Not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, I was checking the stats and we're like, we started at number 1 and then we dropped to number 5 in Moldova. So this is a shout out to Moldova. I had to look. I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I had to look up where it was, and I was like, oh, I know what part of that world that is. So don't even know how you say hi over there, but we'll say hi this way. So thanks for listening. And even if you're not in Moldova, maybe you're in California, maybe I don't know where the hell you are. Hopefully you know. But anyway, we're welcoming you and saying hello and welcome to SideQuestsLive. And that's enough out of me. Let's go talk to the DM. Brendan.
Sorry, I just actually Googled Moldova and I'm like, oh, there's some really beautiful stuff here. Okay, so leaving that aside, let's go around the room. We don't have a lot of PCs today. There's only 3 of you. So, Devin, you're going to be joining us again as
John Normalman, the human fighter brawler. I do fight things other than humans, but
Almost exclusively, actually. Almost exclusively so far.
Yeah, have we even met any other humans?
I mean, we did fight your crush.
Yeah, but she's a half-elf.
yeah, she
Was.
Oh, was she a half elf?
Was.
Yeah, I think she might have been just an elf, like a full wood elf.
Well, she's a half-elf now.
Well,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you were done.
Ooh, brutal.
Ooh.
Okay.
Harsh.
Jackie.
To be fair,
you're
she
joining us
started
as
it.
well.
Yeah, I'm playing the Fel, Seraph Thaumaturge. Last week I was very targeted and angry at a specific demon, and this week hopefully I will go back to healing because there's only 3 of us.
Yes. And Todd.
I'm playing Elroy the Tanuki, like raccoon man, alchemist gunslinger, but everyone always forgets that I have healing potions. Like, you're all talking about healing all the time, and I'm like, I heal.
Well,
Where were you last week?
I was away
Also,
last week. I think I was
Yeah,
canonically.
last
I
game
think
you
I
were
was
in,
whipping
you
the
were
crew
like-
into shape. That's what I figure I was doing.
I feel like the last time I saw you in a game where I might have drunk one of your healing potions, you were like wearing a flayed goblin face, and I was like, I don't know if I want to get medical advice from this guy.
That does sound familiar.
In my defense, like, I don't judge your fashion choices, Mr. I'm now in full plate. You look like a tin can. Although I think
decided
canonically,
that-
we did at one point have the little dog, the Tin Man, and I think the lion-looking fuzzy guy. They're not here today, but it could be a thing.
Well,
Anyway, I'll.
I mean, the Fel is, as always, tin looking. So
Yeah, that's
now
true.
I'm gonna
That's
have to
true.
fight. Now I'm gonna have to fight Devin for Tin
Yeah.
Man supremacy.
Yes,
I
you are
am
tin
still
people.
Dorothy through and through.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, that's so
100%
true. You
Dorothy.
are Dorothy.
The
Oh.
only human. Just the
I'm gonna
average.
picture your boots as red from now
Hmm.
on.
From the crushed skulls of my enemies.
Oh, you got her shoes. Amara's boots.
With the same size.
We leveled up
To start, press
since
any
the
key.
last.
Where's the any key?
We leveled up since the last session, and you guys have all figured out your stats. I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
Okay. and I was willing to kind of bend time a little bit to say that that John Normalman had picked up a suit of full plate. So we'll just say he kind of carried it around, or maybe you kind of stowed it someplace in the castle during the last session, and now you just sort of donned it. And as you'll recall, I mean, you just stepped out of a incredible battle, and you've defeated this Kako Fiend, which none of you have ever seen a Kako Fiend before, and it was a close battle. I mean, I like Scott Cow took a staggering amount of damage, right? Like staggering, and of course, the Fel has fulfilled their cosmic destiny to eradicate this Kako Fiend.
You can
But
power down
you're
now.
not out of the woods yet.
Oh, never
because
mind.
just-
Stay powered.
Just as the Kako Fiend was destroyed, and Contessa Vincenza's starting to wake up, you hear people screaming, "The wall's been breached! The wall! Like, flee! Run for your lives!" So the Goblin siege of Avondale that's been going on for almost since the very start of the campaign has now reached the point where they have breached the walls, and they're just streaming in. And because they're all chanting Kava Mama, and they all have this sort of vague sense of the prophecy that they're all going to go and try and destroy the tree. That is their mission. They're also going to loot and do all the crazy things that goblins do, but they're going to try to destroy the tree. And you also know that that's the very last omen before the prophecy of Kava's return is fulfilled. So as this is all happening, and you hear the screams from outside, and you're probably going to see fire spreading, Contessa Vincenza is being counseled by her remaining advisors, Yasmina Al-Kindi and the friar Elijah, that she needs to flee, and they need to send for reinforcements from Tarvin, which is the capital city of Tiberia. So she needs to go and get the king to send his forces to try to protect Avondale, or take it back from the goblins, more likely. And also they need to get the heck out of Dodge because there's goblins a-coming. And so she agrees. She says to you, please do whatever you can to help the people. I'll go to get reinforcements, and Friar Elijah wishes that he could stay, wishes he could help, but he's exhausted from the battle. I mean, this guy is very elderly, and he helped out quite a bit. Still, he uses his magic, whatever's left of his sort of minor miracles, his divine spark, to heal you up full.
Oh, thank crap.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so relieved.
Okay, so he's
I'm kind of
like,
average on
he's
that
like,
one.
I think I can do one more healing. There you go. And so, poof, you guys are full. And he's
30
like,
hit points
my
back.
my back.
You should
he's
lift
kind of
with
like, he's kind of
knees.
wheezing, and he has to be kind of like led up into the airship. So I'm assuming that there's some kind of like royal airship, or not royal, but the Contessa's airship, aristocratic
Nice
airship. I'll say.
county airship.
It's nice. It's got leather bucket seats. Anyway, so
Note to
she's
self,
leather.
I'm gonna need to steal those seats.
so she's gonna make her escape. Yasmina Al-Kindi, because she is a merchant who deals in magical accessories, gives you each something to help you. And before we started the session, I gave a list, pardon me, of the different things that you could all choose from, and I think everybody has chosen something. I think that Elroy has got a ring of protection.
Yeah, here's the thing that's way too big for any of my fingers. Oh, wait a minute.
Cock ring.
Yeah, great. And Normalman picks something as well, I think.
Also a ring of protection. A different ring of protection.
Yeah, you don't want to touch that one.
Does that mean the two of you are married now?
It's a
Well, my
protected-
crush is dead, so
Yeah.
Hey, man.
The position's open. Position's open. Make your move. Make your move.
And the
Yes.
fell. Did you pick something?
Yes, the Fel took a blurry cape, so they are slightly more protected against ranged attacks.
Do your wings float above the cape, or does the cape go up over your wings?
The wings are sort of like insubstantial flickers of light, so I'm
yeah.
going to say the cape somehow passes through them, and it's just a little upsetting to look at, so I would recommend standing in front of me at all times.
You were gonna do that anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably a good strategy for today's game.
You better stand in front of me. I am too soft.
So, there are still some knights who are trying to protect the walls or try to protect small enclaves within Avondale. Just sort of, try to protect a building. If there are like huddled masses, they're trying to protect the building, or they're trying to protect a sort of a corridor to get people to the various like rickety airships. Like, many of the people who had nicer airships have already left. And so you're talking about the airships that are barely skyworthy are trying to hightail it out of there. But there's nobody sticking around to protect the Tree of Wands. So it is there in the courtyard, surrounded by a very, not very defensible wall that's part of the keep of Avondale, sort of in the middle. And there's a gate, like it is literally a wooden double door that is not going to withstand all that much, but it is a potential choke point that you could use if you want to try to prevent the goblins from getting into the courtyard. Now, how long that's going to be able to last, who knows? But now you have a choice. You can try to leave the keep to get back to your airship, which, as you know, has a cannon on board. The cannon is not going to allow you to like kill 100 goblins at a time.
Then
You
what
could
good
flee,
is it?
or you could try to stay there and defend the Tree of Wands for as long as possible to see if you can keep the goblins away.
Are there any NPCs we could send to retrieve our airship? Because I feel like there's a lot of people in this, like, or that we could get to work at like setting up a barricade around the door. Because I feel like it can't just be us three in this tower.
We few, we marry few.
Yeah.
Could we send a really messed up Scott Cow to go?
Yeah,
Get the skeleton crew?
could we like go send Scott Cow to come busting in at the last minute with this thing? It feels like the kind of thing he would love.
Of Scott Cow.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the ending of Aliens, where
The bishop comes and he's ripped in half, and he's like, "Hey guys."
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
There are no NPCs sticking around to help you, but I will say that you can task Scott Cow with one thing. Like, Scott Cow is either going to help you build a barricade, or he's going to go to get the crew of your haunted pirate ship to do something. So what do you want to do?
I say get Scott Cow to go to the airship and then set up like in the area that the cannon can shoot down into that bottleneck we're making.
Okay.
Yeah, just on the other side of the bottleneck.
Yes.
Now, Scott.
Do two PCs have to be on the ship to operate the cannon, or are we just assuming that Scott
Well,
Cow?
La Habrea can go with him.
Yeah, La
Yeah,
Habrea.
that's right. La Habrea.
La Habrea.
And whoever Will's character is, I don't think we've ever met.
I forget now. I have it written here somewhere. Navina.
Navina is perhaps like wandering in the city somewhere. Navina is kind of a wandering character anyway. So
Okay.
So at some point,
So La Habrea and Scott Cow. So if next week the three of us can't come, you can just do the same game from the other side.
But their
from
perspective.
their perspective.
And they're all like totally wrecked. We're like,
Don't you need blood? You should keep that in you. It's leaking all over the floor.
That'd actually be
Wasteful.
quite funny if I played another session with only them, and the whole time, like during this session, you're like, "Where are they? Why aren't they helping? We're all dying!" And then in their session, they're like fighting wyverns, and there's like a chimera on board the ship for no reason, and you're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I love it.
Turns out La Habria and Scott Cow don't know how to captain a ship at all.
Yeah. That way. No, that way.
That's it, man.
My
Game
left.
Over, man. It's game over.
There
Yeah.
we go. There's the
There
quote.
we go. There's the quote.
So, all right. So you start hearing the drums and the insane chattering chants of goblins, and of course, you know, you've been hearing this throughout the campaign, but now it's like at a deafening roar. This like boom 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 clink 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 boom boom clank 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 clank. Like they're just beating on
Yes.
drums and you know, pots and pans and things, and they're all screaming and shouting and chanting, and they use words that you're familiar with, but none of them make any sense because the whole goblin language is stolen. So it's just like bucket, wheelbarrow, bucket, and they're just clambering over walls, and they're getting up onto rooftops, and they're throwing ceramic tiles down on people, and they're you know, people who are trying to run to get to shelter or get to airships or whatever. And some of the goblins who are the sling swifts, who have the little slings, they're like whipping rocks at people. And the other ones with the shivs are kind of like climbing up. They got the shivs between their teeth, and they're trying to climb up and beat their heads to break windows and get inside. And it's a pretty horrible sight. But eventually, a bunch of them turn their heads, and they have this crazed look in their eyes, because they see up over the top of the wall these beautiful silvery branches of the Tree of Wands, and each branch reaches straight up perfectly into the air, not sort of shooting off at different angles, but each one of them is sticking up perfectly straight, and they're beautifully silvery. And of course, the Tree of Wands was healed in the last session, and so it looks great. And they see it, and they're overcome with desire to get in there and destroy it. And so you feel the whole double door to the wall just start to shake, just start to sort of shudder in place as something on the other side is trying to bang its way in. And I'll say that there's in fact one of those big iron loops that they use as a handle, and the iron loops are starting to just swing and batter against the door because it's being smashed from the other side.
Is this going to be like a beautiful moment where someone like looks out and goes, "They have a cave troll," and then like in like a few moments, Elroy is going to be like stabbing it in the nose or something.
That's my plan. So
I'm
here's an
gonna say,
idea.
yeah.
We cut down the Tree of Wands and we use the wands to fight the goblins.
Oh yeah.
Yes, let's fulfill the prophecy in this very last moment.
Yeah.
Campaign is
Ethan
done,
thought it was a
guys.
good idea.
Hey, if I can't have her, no one can. Wait,
Well, that's the good thing, that if we die, the whole world dies too.
Great.
So
There'll be a primordial in this part of Tiberia. It won't necessarily destroy the whole world. It'll be bad.
I mean, property values will definitely tank.
the rich
doesn't-
will suffer.
it doesn't
mighty
sound-
I'm
load.
kind of okay with this, actually.
It doesn't sound like a great situation for anybody within the nearest, I don't know, 5 kilometers.
So let's leave chopping down the tree ourselves on the wait and see pile.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can use wands, so like it wouldn't even be useful to have one.
The Countess seemed pretty confident that it was just kind of like point and shoot.
We're gonna call that Plan C.
Okay. So tactically, you can have one PC stand in the doorway as the goblins are trying to get in, and all the
Dibs
goblins trying
not
to get in will
it.
target that one PC. Or you can stand back, and then the goblins will attack all three of you, sort of surrounding you.
I
and
will-
get to the tree points.
Yeah.
I
John
think-
will plant himself in front.
You've got the full plate now, my friend. Like,
yeah.
you
knock
kind
on
of
his
chose
tuchus.
that fate.
Ting ting ting.
If
You
I'd
got
had the
this.
tower shield, I'd have an AC of 13, so
Yeah.
and now it's just 12.
Hmm.
Is there any
Um,
chance, like, this is a gate type thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Can I
it's,
be up on top of the
it's-
wall above? Like, use my raccoon climbing to get up on top so I can lob stuff over the wall in front of him?
You can do that, or you can lob stuff over his head. I mean, he's not that tall. It's not that difficult for you to throw over him.
I think I'll start at the top of the wall and just kind of keep poking my head up and duck down and call down, like, any updates that might need to happen. I can.
Oh, there's that cave troll.
Similarly, if the Fel is shooting force missiles, those missiles can go up.
Yeah, they
Not-
will just like go around, just like whoosh.
Thank you for not shooting me in the back.
I literally cannot miss with force missiles.
So please don't aim at my back.
I can definitely miss with this, and I'm tossing this jar of Greek fire.
Quick check. Did we ever like properly kill that vampire who was like
No.
great?
No.
I'm looking forward to seeing him again so I can attempt the worst sunbeam attack of my life and hope to kill him instantly.
that would be very useful.
Hey,
But
it's
let's
good to have
see what
things to
happens
live
next.
for.
So at a certain point, the door just stops moving, and you hear like silence, and you listen closer, and what you can actually hear is almost like bottles full of liquid being shaken up.
Oh,
And then you hear like a hiss that's kind of like boiling down.
I'm sure that's good.
I'm gonna put the shield in front of myself.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take like several steps back and
I
like
just-
maybe position
I
behind a
just
pillar.
peek my eyes just just above through one of the crenellations above the gate. I'm like,
What is happening over?
And then Bluey, a goblin sapper, just blows itself to bits, and the door is blown open. Like the metal is basically just torn right off the wood, and so the thing just falls right out of the hinges, and it falls down. It's splintered. It's broken. There are separate boards, and goblins start pouring through immediately, like just giddy with excitement, not even thinking. They slam through the door, and it's almost like, when too many people try to go through the door at the same time, and like their shoulders kind of like bang into each other, like they're in their haste to get in and get at the tree. They're not thinking, and so you get first attack, the three of you. But after that, it's going to be lots of goblins. So if Normalman is going to stay in that door space, you have got to not be dropped.
Well, I have my EP, which is good. So for the next round, my
do we get
armor
auto
class
EP
is
or
going.
do we have to roll?
You still have to roll.
Okay.
And for turn order, I'm going to go Normalman, Elroy, and then the Fel. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, Normalman, what are you doing?
I am gonna stow the shield, and then I'm just gonna punch the first goblin face that I see as hard as I can. I have a +8 to hit. So that's a 13.
Yep. That is definitely a hit.
And
Second, I actually have a lot of have a lot of accounting to do in this session, but I've simplified things by pre-rolling goblin attacks in lots of 10.
Oh
Yeah.
God, we're gonna die.
I'm so glad that we brought someone with crowd control tonight, right? Right?
Sure. Who's that?
So a goblin's
You,
HP
right?
is 18. So you did 15 damage, is that right?
I did 14, 20 damage.
Okay, so and was that just with that was with a mace?
That was with 2 fists.
Okay, so the first goblin
So crunch.
Yeah, then it comes right at you. You just mashed potatoes. And
Yeah, it's
Elroy,
gonna,
what are you gonna do?
It's gonna take 2 hits for every one of these guys.
Oh boy. I got my EP, so I am going to pull up the stench bomb concoction. So I'm gonna dig in my potion pouch and dig out the stench bomb and yuck it over the wall. I think I can affect several people with that. Let me just double check that. Stench bomb 1d4 foes, which is hard to say.
Okay.
And they need a con 6 or they are vexed.
Oh, none of them can
And-
make that. What should be 4?
And I got 3.
Okay. So 3 of them are like coughing, spluttering. It's not that goblins aren't used to horrible stench. I mean, they live in these filthy warrens together. But the smoke kind of blinds them, and they're like bumping into each other. And when goblins bump
I
into
think
each other, their first reaction is
I've
always
made it
violence.
smell
so
like
they, flying
lavender and
purple.
nice things.
Oh God, lavender is the worst. Sorry. Hot take. It's actually awful. I bless all of you who enjoy it because it must make relaxation products so much better. But I can't stand it. And so everyone's like, relax. It smells like lavender. And I'm like, great. This is going to be the worst.
I
There you
find
go.
relaxing very difficult at the best of times.
Great. Love that for you.
Okay. So 3 goblins are vexed, and and now it is the Fell's turn.
Yeah, I am going to attack. So we have 3. How many of them are there? One dead,
Thousands.
one.
I mean,
in the
there are
room.
6 immediately trying to
6.
come through the door.
Cool.
But there could be like hundreds on the other side.
I mean, there's not much I can do about the other side of the door. That's future me's problem. So for the meantime, since I don't have my EP, I'm going to attack one goblin.
Alright,
Soften
let's
it
start
up
the
for the
counter,
next
folks.
round.
That's at least one round where you don't get EP.
Oh yeah, let's count it. See how many times I can roll over a 2 this game.
1.
So that goblin is gonna take 5 plus 7.
It's 12.
12. Thank you.
Oh, the
12.
goblin is bloodied. The force missiles
Great.
like whack it enough that it's like and the remaining 6 goblins dive straight into Normalman with their shivs, and they're even at close range they're using their slings to kind of like throw rocks or just whack them with rocks. And so Devin, I need you to just compare all these numbers to your armor class.
Okay,
So I'm
it
going
is
to read
currently
them
12.
out. 7 crit, 8 crit.
That's 4 crits, so that's 4 hits.
And it's 5 damage on each crit.
So that's
20 damage.
jeez, I am almost bloodied.
So
Great.
basically what's happening is they're just like launching themselves at you, and it's difficult because they're like crawling on your arms they're trying to find little spots, like little sort of between the joints in the armor, and they've got their little bone shivs, and they're just kind of poking in to try and get at your neck and your armpit and everything, and it's succeeding. It's very painful, but you're standing your ground. Next round.
How you doing
Normal.
down there, buddy? Great. Thanks.
Ooh, I got my EP again, so I'm gonna do the same thing. First, I'm gonna club the one that had the face full of
Force missile.
magic missiles, with like a 14 to hit
Go ahead.
and 9 damage.
That's a kill.
Okay, and then I'll pick
Describe
out
it if you
another
want.
one. Ooh. Yeah, so it's already has its face loosened by the force missiles hitting it, and Normalman just kind of like sticks two of his fingers into some of the holes that were caused and rips his face off and then feeds it to him.
Oh, and if you weren't gonna use that, I could use it. Never mind. Never mind. You
And
do kill.
that's a crit on another one
Jesus.
for 11 damage.
Okay. Elroy.
So did it look like last time me vexing them was helpful, or should I switch
Yes,
to some
yes, it
damage?
was.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
Okay, I'm gonna
Because
see if I get my
Basically,
EP.
10 of them can attack at a time.
I did not get my EP, so I just oh boy, what can I do here?
There's the one that's already mostly hurt. You'd only have to do like 8 or 9 points of damage to kill it.
All right, I'm gonna do a sling attack on it. So I have the back of my blunderbuss, where the shoulder goes, like
the
that's
blunderback.
actually the blunderback. It's a Y, and in the Y is my sling. So I just flip it around, grab a stone that one of the goblins tossed up already, and I just fling it down at them. So let me roll my d6. That would be 9 to hit.
That's a hit.
And a massive 2 points of damage on the one that he had already faced.
I'll say that he's quite wounded and won't be able to attack this round.
Yay!
Great.
And the fell.
I'm gonna pick a different one to damage, since that seems like a waste of a cantrip. Actually, hang on. Let me find out if I got my EP. See if I can fix normal men from here. I did not. I rolled a 2. Okay, that's my second 2 in a row on EP.
You really need to play a halfling someday, Jackie.
I desperately need a skill that allows me to re-roll 2s.
You
So
should play a
bad.
halfling. Halflings get to reroll 2s.
Okay, but like, you know that if I do that, it's gonna be 3s the whole time. Like, it's just gonna
But
move.
3s are at least average.
Oh, look, I can only like make suggestions so far. I mean, you know, the
Could it
universe-
just be like I pick a number on the dice, and if I get that number, I get to reroll it by vibes? Like I pick it at the beginning of the game, and like that number for the rest of the game, I get to reroll
roll
it.
for which ones you get to reroll.
Oh,
Then it would be like a 6. And you're like,
yeah. Then that would not be good. No, I don't want that. Anyways,
It's
okay.
halfling
So
unluck.
let me pick a random goblin, and
Yeah, we
See if I
got
can-
this, guys. We got this.
oh, come on. That's 6 damage to a goblin who is not injured yet. Just a force missile. Roll the 1. Going great. I'm so excited to have to like manually revive you instead of using my magic abilities. Whatever spirit had me last game, gone. Just gone.
You're
I
tired. You need
I
a nap.
completed my purpose. I'm like, what am I doing?
I was kidding about the power down. Anyway,
Okay. So in this round, the goblins that have already sort of swarmed Normalman are really trying to basically force him onto the ground where they can continue sort of beating and stabbing him. So first of all, a bunch of them are trying to grapple him with a combined strength of 9.
Oh, jeez.
That's a 9.
Die goes to PC. So you're able to like hold them up. Like they're all trying to, like when you watch football and there's one kid who's like 4 times bigger than the other kids, and all the other kids are trying to like pull him down. Well, that's exactly what's happening. They're all trying to pull you down, but you're too strong. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Fumble 9, 10, and 7. Do any of those hit?
Nope.
Okay. So the other ones are just kind of like stabbing and hurling rocks, but they're not getting through your armor. And you've now survived 2 rounds of goblin attacks. Okay, top of this round, Normalman. What are you gonna do?
I got EP again.
Where is Scott Cow?
I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go after the one that's already a little hurt with a 10 to hit. And that is 11 damage. And another... Is it still up?
Is it still up? No.
Okay.
It's dead.
And then I'm going to pick another random one with a... 11 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is 9 damage.
Okay, he's still up. Elroy, what are you gonna do?
I rolled and I got my EP, so I'm gonna chuck another lavender potion down at them, and I'm gonna yell something witty.
Bath bomb.
Something witty!
Oh, bounced out. Hold on.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yes.
So I got 2 that time.
Okay.
So they are vexed, and then I call down,
You got this, we're good!
I'm gonna try to kick the corpses in front of the doorway so the next ones have to crawl over it.
ooh,
Yep, it's
nice.
It would be demoralizing for species other than goblins.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to be witty.
Yeah, goblins are like, I'm gonna come back and snack on that guy later. He looks kind of like me. I wonder if we're related. Anyway, okay.
Cousin Bob.
The Fell.
He always looked delicious.
The fell is beginning to feel divine again.
Oh.
They're getting their wind back. They're glowing a little bit more, and so they are going to heal. I mean, all of us are fine except for our good friend here. So I'll just I'm not even gonna roll to see how many PCs I would heal because there's no point.
I
But
appreciate.
I'm going to heal you, which means D6. So let me roll that D6 again because it seems to be doing okay, and I'm very superstitious. That's a 2. Great. 2 plus 8 plus 2, so 12. 12 hit points back.
Hey, that ain't bad for a 2.
Yeah.
Every little bit.
I wish I could give you the heals I would have given to myself and Elroy, but I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, like Normalman is like dripping with the blood, and he like thumbs up, and then make sure no one rips his thumb off.
You have to shake a goblin off your thumb.
Okay. Next round. The goblins continue their attack on Normalman because they're just trying so hard to get through the door, and there's a scrum of goblins behind them who are all like chanting and shouting things that are unintelligible and trying to get in to get closer, but in fact they're almost starting to kind of trample each other as they sort of push towards that one opening. So the following are they hits: 10 crit, 10 8 crit.
2 hits.
Okay, that's 6 damage each, and roll grapple versus strength 10.
I just lost the 12 points I just got back. Thank you, Jackie. And then strength 10. Ooh, 11.
Okay, you're still up.
Close.
You survived 3 rounds of goblin attacks.
This'll stop anytime now,
Alright.
right?
Top of the round, Normalman.
Let's see if my streak continues. and no EP.
To be fair, Goblin's probably holding every EP you've got.
Yeah. I'm just gonna swing the shield back around and mace crunch whatever wounded goblin is near me. Mastery with a crit.
Nice.
So that is 6, 10, 14 damage.
Okay, describe it.
He pulls a shield back around and then just kind of like casually whips the mace out, and the goblin wasn't quite paying attention and just like has its bottom jaw ripped off. Now the goblin doesn't die right away, but never eats again, so dies slowly and painfully later.
They hadn't invented smoothies at that point, so yeah.
Later.
He's just walking around with his tongue dangling.
Is it bad?
Oh, that really hurts. I'm going to need
I can
ice
lick my
cream.
own collarbone. That's not a good thing.
Okay, Elroy.
I guess I'll roll to see if I get a
Please just put that goblin out of his misery or something.
He's like, oh.
I got
Roll
EP.
beard.
So I'm just reaching in my satchel and like quickly mixing, add some Febreze in there, over the edge. Yet another stench bomb to try to limit the amount of attacks. Hey, I got two more of them.
But a 2 on a D4 is pretty good.
Yeah, 50-50.
50%.
It's not 2 on a D6. That's
Hey! It's
I felt
chance!
like that was
That's
targeted.
how this game works.
It's a swingy system. I like it.
Okay.
But it is a bit swingy.
It's swingy for some people.
Yeah,
For me,
it's
it's excruciatingly consistent.
Yeah.
The amount of games I have spent dying and coming back to life because all I
believe-
can roll is
I
a 2.
believe, speaking of which, it's time for you to roll EP.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get my EP. Not a 2 though, a 1.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
to make sure we're not feeling good about it.
So what are you doing?
I guess I'm going to kill. If there's a goblin that's wounded, let's wipe it off the map.
No.
No.
There
They're
was
all
one-
dead?
Well, no, but it's always good to like continuously wound goblins.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wound another one. Like if
Okay.
it's not dead, I'm not gonna like not do anything just because there's the one that already looks hurt. So
you all look too healthy.
We're winning.
I'm going to presume that all of these probably have a def of like at least 7. So I'm not going to try any of my other cantrips, which I've realized a little belatedly are kind of useless. So I'm going to attack with force
They're
missile.
good for vampires.
So that is 11 damage to one
Okay.
goblin that gets whiffed in the face.
Okay. Just a bunch of force missiles, bam, 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 bam in the face, and the goblins continue their onslaught. Oh, okay. Versus Normalman, that is how many of them? There's 7 of them.
Uh-oh.
That is a 10 crit, 10, 8 crit, and grapple, strength 9.
So that's 2 hits.
That's 6 damage per hit.
Okay.
Why are they doing more damage now?
They're
No, it's-
angrier.
I pre-rolled lots.
Oh, you pre-rolled the damage. Okay, sorry.
And what was the strength?
10. Oh, sorry, 9.
Ooh, 10.
So you're okay.
Hey, that's
They're,
that's
like,
a that's
Wrapped
broadly
around your
speaking.
legs, trying to stab at any little spot they think the armor might be weak. You know, every joint, every seam. They're stabbing with their little rock shivs. Okay.
If you could both heal me this round, that would be aces.
Well, I'll see what the gods have to say.
Okay. Top of the PC round, Normalman. What are you doing?
You probably do have potions, by the way.
No, we don't. Because
Oh.
we bought a whole bunch, and at the beginning, the very first thing that happened to us last game is we all took fucking like 12 damage as our
Oh.
potions exploded in our pockets. So we have nothing.
Yeah, that was super mean.
Yeah, it was super mean. I would like
Alright.
to I would like to say that having it be purchased immediately before the game started was extra rude. If this is like a potion I'd been like saving for like several games,
It's like a 30-year-old bottle of scotch you're saving
Yeah,
for like your wedding day.
you know, I could let it go. But because I literally just bought it, it has like, oh, come on, man, I just bought that.
Buyer's remorse. No EP, so I'm
I
gonna.
didn't even keep the receipt.
I'm gonna mace Windu the wounded goblin with a 9 to hit,
Go ahead.
and that is max damage. So 12.
Okay, so he's destroyed.
That's not-
Do you want to describe it?
Yeah, I
Or like
I come down
golf
with
swing?
smash mace down right on top of him, and his head just explodes. He'd been like carrying a bowl of oatmeal up there for some reason, and it's just like smashes, and everyone's covered in little bits of goblin brain and oatmeal.
By
Oh, God, why does
everyone,
that make
you
me
mean
hungry?
you and everyone immediately around you, and since I am real far back, I'm
Yes,
still
you are
squeaky clean.
oatmeal brain free.
Great.
Yep.
Love that for
You
me.
just have to know where to stand. It's like Mel Brooks.
Location,
above you.
location, location.
Yeah.
I'm above you. I
Alright.
don't know if that keeps me clear or not.
Elroy, what are you gonna do?
I got EP again with a 5.
Yeah.
So I will do as I'm told, and I'm gonna pull out the other one, which is basically whiskey and a bit of my own added like herbs and spices, and I throw it down and I apply a healing potion from my healing concoction, and I just smash it down on Normalman's helmet, and it like seeps in and gets him all healed up by 2d6, which is a 2 and a 5 is 7 plus 6 more, so that's 13 points of healing.
See, I
Just
told you
doubled
I'm
my
a
hit
healer.
points.
The Fell also feels divinely inspired by the plight
Wow.
of John Norman. By some absolute miracle, managed to roll a 4.
Ooh.
My God, what the things I could do with a 4. And then so that means, and then I rolled a 6 to heal you.
Ooh.
So that means you get 6 plus 8 plus 2, so 16. 16 hit points.
That's a pretty good round of healing.
Yeah. I'm back up to what I was like 3 rounds ago.
Don't worry.
And s-
Those
and
goblins
since
will-
it
Just
Yeah.
let my concoction seep into your open wounds.
And the goblins around you are like licking their lips, like, "Ooh, they're basting them now."
Okay. The goblins continue with their frenzied attack. 10 crit, 10, 8 crit. And roll grapple versus strength 9.
oh God.
Strength 10, and that's 2 hits.
6 damage each.
So
Oh my beautiful work, you jerk.
I am exactly half.
I should
Beautiful.
never have used honey.
But did you resist the grapple?
Yes.
Okay.
10.
I need to take a brief break, but let's come right back.
All
We've
right.
survived 5 rounds of goblin attacks.
And
You got this, buddy. You just hang in there. Where the hell is Cow? Where the hell is Cow?
I
Going
love
the
that
wrong
it really doesn't matter how many of them we kill, because you're always attacked by like 10 of them the next round. Like the
Oh,
number
yeah.
of them attacking you isn't actually dropping. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I also feel like the last couple of rounds we haven't been killing as many.
Well, we
The
only
first round.
killed one because
Healing.
we're too busy propping you up. If the only thing we have to do is survive, then we don't actually have to kill them. We just have to
block up
survive.
the door. Just keep dropping heal on you.
I don't know. I feel like Brendan would be like, "Oh, you spent 3 rounds and you haven't killed any. Now you're defending against 15 goblins."
Yeah, that's true. He would do that to us. He would do that to us. Let me
Yes,
grab
he
a
would.
drink.
All right, so we're gonna switch over to break, I guess, unless you want to keep chewing the fat there, Devin. But I will stop the break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Internet.
I guess I'll go to the bathroom.
And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. I'm gonna go sell my soul. So hi everybody. Thanks for coming and joining us. Please hit the like and subscribe. Spread the word because hey, we like to play and we love it when you guys can join us. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, and we're coming back. Thanks very much for joining us, folks. And you are joining us mid-fight for our lives. I get to stand up on the wall and crack wise while I watch my friend die.
He could live. All right.
John Normalman, it's time for you to lip sync for your life.
I didn't prepare any songs.
I will survive. It's I will survive. You know this one, John. You got this.
At first, I was afraid.
But you weren't petrified.
Wait, I can do
I had a
that.
soft potion.
Let me take a look. So in
Hey, Brendan.
the 6th round of goblin attacks.
Just a quick
yes.
question, because I do get to pick. I got a new salve, or like concoction with my alchemist thing, because my int went up. Could I, as a tanuki, take one that gives me petrification? Because I can take away petrification, but could I add a petrification?
To yourself?
No, to an enemy.
Like a
Think about
petrification poison?
Like I have one
So
that cures petrification, but could I have one that causes it? Oh, we should have cut the head off the Gorgon. Anyway, sorry.
She was our friend.
She's
Very
still
helpful.
alive. She's still alive.
This does not
Presumably
change.
helping us with an airship.
She gave you a ring. Oh, I keep forgetting that I have that.
Oh yeah.
Now, is the ring of protection for one attack, or is it for 10 points total?
It's for 1 attack up to 10 damage.
Okay.
Once per encounter. So
Okay.
So yeah,
I will keep that in mind if I get down to 0.
Can I give Normalman mine ring?
No, and I don't think he wants it. In answer to your question about a petrification potion, I'm totally open to it, but you don't. You're not going to be able to do it this session.
Fair.
We
Okay.
can, yeah, we
It's
talk
just
about
cool
it.
to
In the
have
thread.
little stone goblins like statues littering the yard when we're done.
Actually, it would be very useful because perhaps they could sort of block the way.
Yeah, just
but
build a
anyways,
new doorway. Anyway, it's not this time, but maybe next time. You
so
know, next life.
Normalman is being attacked again by these goblins. They have
Wait,
have
didn't we
shivs.
just
Some of them have...
just do a goblin attack round?
Ah, you're right. You're right. Okay, Normalman, what are you doing?
Whew. No EP, so I'm gonna mace smash one of them with a 9.
9 is a hit.
Ugh, that's 12 damage.
It's not a kill, but definitely injured some goblin. Elroy.
Just so you know, Elroy, I didn't get my EP, so if there's any healing happening this round, it's on you.
To be fair, I also did not get my EP. So
Excellent. Love this for us.
This is
Normalman's on his
great.
own.
Yeah, this is great.
2 healers. How many healers is it going to take to keep John Normalman alive?
I guess I don't want to get within melee range of these crazies, so I'm just gonna use a sling. Oh, does a 7? Actually, it's a crit fail, so I think I missed.
Fumble is a miss.
fumble. Sorry.
It's like the one spot
Mm.
where there's like no goblin. If you had been a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, you would have hit some goblin.
It's like insult to injury.
Yeah.
Just as
so
a
now-
I don't know, could I also, like, I have a healing potion from like a long time ago.
Oh.
Could I just drop one down to him?
Yeah, you can douse as well as quaff.
All right.
It's a minor. You can douse them with your healing
Okay,
potion.
are you hurt? He's hurt, right? He's always hurt.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
half.
Okay, I'm
he's
gonna
bloodied.
douse you with this potion. I'm like, stand still. Dribble, dribble, dribble. And
Oh,
I'm
they're
gonna-
basting him again.
Yeah. I'm gonna baste him for 2d6. Ooh, that was a good roll. Total of 10. Total of 16 points of healing, and I'll mark that healing potion
Wow.
as gone.
Dang.
That was almost max.
Yeah, I'm
That's
almost
too
full.
far. Get out of the potion.
Dang.
Not
Well,
a
glad that
healer.
it's-
not a healer. Ha.
Well, I guess now the fell is just going to attack. Because what if?
you'll kill the one I softened up.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my plan. So let me roll a d8 to find out how much damage I'm gonna do. Come on. 9 damage.
What?
9.
Oh, that's enough. So
Yes.
force missiles turn this goblin into Swiss cheese. Not actually Swiss cheese, but just you punch a lot of holes in him. So
Limburger.
and then I pre-rolled the lot, so I already know that it is going to be as follows: 7 crit, 8 crit, 7
Jesus.
crit, 7,
That's 5 hits.
and they're 5 damage each.
Oh shit.
25. I am gonna use my ring of. That's only 5. Yeah, I'll hold it on for a
I
bit.
can't even see Normalman.
There's
in
a
there.
chance I won't be able to heal you next round. Like this is
Yeah.
the thing. Like you have to have the insurance for both of us to like, roll
basically,
forward.
like my ring can negate 1 hit.
Mhm.
So,
I
Oh,
would
so it-
really-
So it can't negate it, like an individual goblin hit is only 5, so it can't
Yeah.
negate 10 of that goblin damage because we're
Just
treating
5.
it as individual. Just 5. Oh, that sucks.
it's
but
better than nothing.
if this is a really interesting thing, if Scott Cow had been here and he had consistently rolled his rage, he gets to shrug his con in damage, and his con would probably be
right.
6, so he would be shrugging like crazy.
Where is
He's
Yes.
struggling
Cow?
all the damage.
But too bad that he's not here to fulfill the purpose he was made for,
Well.
unlike some of us who are on time for their role in the show.
Still, it's very interesting because Normalman is able to, like, all those like 7s and 8s and 9s
Yeah.
and 10s. Like
They're not
Normalman
getting
is
it.
just like ping, 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 ping. Like it's not.
It's
you know.
only the crits. It's only the crits.
Yes.
But
Whereas
this is the
Scott
thing with-
Scott Cow would take almost every hit because he has like shockingly low def though.
Yeah. So basically, if his rage were to falter, he would get like massacred. But as long
Yeah.
as he keeps his rage on, it's just like real life. Okay. Let's go to the PC round. Normalman.
Oh. Ooh, EP. So I'm stowing the shield and bringing out the fists with a 12 to hit and a higher than a 12 to hit. So that's 14 and a 19 damage.
Kill. You want to just like clap and he explodes or what?
No, basically I just I grab a goblin by like the dangling testicles and just like lift it off the ground and smash it into the ceiling, and then whiffs of the little goblin gonads at like the next one over.
I
Right
feel
in the
like
mouth.
I feel like your fatalities are becoming more and more gross with each session, right? Like, there's no more like, yeah, I run him through with my sword. Like, it's all just horrific.
So
Anyway.
first I'm going to defenestrate him, and then I'm going to call his mother and let her know.
It's like, you will hear a tinkling of glass and then the sound of your son hitting the floor.
Yeah, or
Please
I'm
hold.
gonna, like, knock out his jaw, and then he's gonna starve at some later point. Like, what kind of a fatality is that? All right.
When you play a fighter, you got to make your own fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's definitely a kill. Elroy, what are you doing?
I'm about to find out. Oh, no EP. So, I'm out of healing potions. I guess I'm gonna just sling one of these little beasties. Hopefully kill one. That's gonna be a 9 to hit dex.
Hit.
All right, and 4 points of blunt damage.
Oh, c'est dommage. There's some French immersion humor for you there, folks.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't think they speak
Dommage le
French in Moldova.
damage.
Oh, c'est dommage.
I don't think they
okay,
speak
the
French in
fell.
Moldova, but hey, we'll take it. Maybe I'm
Wow.
wrong. What the hell do I know?
Thank God, the fell has rolled their EP.
Oh my god.
So
This could have been it.
hopefully this next roll will also be high, so the healing is worthwhile. But yes, okay, so 5 plus 8 plus 2, so 15.
Right.
15, they glow. You glow. Everyone's glowing.
You doubled my hit points.
Holy shit! That is great, but terrible. Yeah.
Okay. So this next round is interesting. First of all, the goblins try to just latch themselves to your legs, pin the legs, and then the other goblins all kind of rush at you, and it's difficult to tell whether this was coordinated or not because goblins don't know how to coordinate. Like, they actually eat each other. And so it's probably unlikely that it was coordinated. But anyways, it has the effect of a grapple roll of 9 and a couple of other attacks that aren't going to hit because they're fumble, 9, 10, 7.
And I rolled strength 12.
Oh, yeah. You
Salah.
them off.
It's like slippery. I'm like covered in whiskey and healing potion, and there's goblin
honey.
guts everywhere.
Dommage damage.
Okay. Top of the round, normal men. There's one goblin who has taken 4 damage.
Take him out.
You're welcome.
Yeah, shield comes back around, mace comes slamming down with 9 to hit,
That's a hit.
and 12 damage.
Oh, he's still alive.
No.
That was also his expression. He can't believe he's still alive. You've broken every one of his ribs, and like there's this huge hole in his torso, and he's like, "What? How can I still be alive?"
And the
I'm the
guy with
luckiest
no jaws
goblin
like,
ever.
bastard.
Oh god.
Hey, I got my EP. So I'm going to pull out another basting potion and baste our fighter with healing.
I feel like you might be better off vexing, because like your heal is like.
Go ahead and talk
Well, you
against
could-
my heal.
Yeah, what are you
go
gonna
ahead
say
and
about
talk
the
about his healing.
healing?
I just
Yeah,
gave you
talk smack about
13
his healing.
points.
I
That's
did
fair.
roll my EP, Elroy, so you can
Okay.
decide whether or
Okay. All right. Maybe
I will
vex.
happily take all of the healings you guys want to throw at me, because
not. Yeah.
I think I've already said healings. I'm giving you healing whether you want. Well, no. Consent is
I
important.
want it.
You
I
sure?
want it.
All
Yes,
right.
it's enthusiastic consent.
Okay. You get I rolled 6 plus 6 is 12 points of healing.
Just
I love that our whole game is we're just like, stand up! Don't you dare fall down, you motherfucker!
And that brings me to almost full.
There we go.
Oh,
not a
almost
healer.
full.
So the fell, if you have a different thing where you could hold your EP for another round.
I could hold it for next round. I think I can
Ooh.
bank it.
Mm.
Yes,
So
you
maybe I'll
You
do
can bank
that.
1 EP.
And then
I
I will
suppose I
force
could have
missile the
vexed.
one that's barely standing. No. This is good. This covers us in case for some reason Normalman takes a quadrillion points of damage in this round.
Which is very likely.
So that is going to be 6 plus 5, so 11 damage to this
Oh.
goblin that
Yeah.
is surprised to be standing.
Oh yeah, and the shock on his face. He's like, oh yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So he's obliterated by these force missiles. Like these force missiles, like just tear him apart. Okay, which leaves only 8 goblins attacking this round. But this is one of the lots that, as I recall, has a lot of crits in it.
God damn it.
So, 7 crit, 8 crit, 7 crit.
How
I
many
ruled
crits is
these.
that?
These are real
That's
rolls,
5.
and that's 5
crits.
damage each.
I'm gonna use my ring of protection and make that 20 damage instead of 25.
Okay.
How many hit points do you have?
I just now have 20 left.
But I mean on a good day.
44.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The lowest I've gotten so far has been 13.
Okay. Top of the round, normal man.
No EP, so shield swings into place and the mace comes cracking down with 10 to hit and for 10, 11 damage.
Okay. Not a kill, Elroy.
All right. No EP, so just resort to slinging some more.
Sling that hash.
Yep, that is. Gotta look it up again. Where the hell did it go? That is 9 to hit.
Yep.
Same one that he already clobbered. Take one right out. Or not with a 2.
Hurts, but not a kill. That's
Hang in there,
down.
buddy.
I think I'm going to heal John Normalman this round. And hopefully it'll be actually a good one. 13 hit points back.
Nice.
So, not my best work, but also not my... It could not be too much worse, but it could be a little bit worse.
Yeah, 33 is better than 20.
It sure is.
Okay, but that leaves me with all 10 goblins.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that.
This will be interesting. The goblin attacks are as follows: 10 crit, 10, 8 crit, and then grapple versus strength 10.
Oh,
So
God.
that's 2 crits,
And there's 6 damage each.
10 on my strength.
Tie goes to PCs.
Yeah, so 12 damage. 21. Okay.
I'm starting to
Okay.
think maybe we should have gone with Scott Cow to the ship.
They would have chopped down the tree by now.
You are the tree, my friend.
Okay.
I'm made of magic wands.
Wait, you are?
Okay. Top of the round, normal men.
No EP. Crit for the mace. So that is
Just assume it's enough. You've killed another.
okay.
Do you want to
But
describe it?
what if he hit a freshie instead of the one that's already hurt?
He swings the mace down and just like hits it like in the shoulder, and like the arm goes all floppy, and the goblin like gets confused and dies of shock.
Okay. Elroy. I mean, that was a good idea to like hit a freshie, but because they have such great salads at Freshie.
No EP, so more slinging. That is a crit fail on the sling, and I'm out of extra potions to give away. So I'm just up there being like, you got this. And I'm looking around for a place to hide when the goblins inevitably overrun us.
Okay,
Yes.
Bell?
The Fel
doubles
down on their commitment to not rolling twos, and so
What is
has
that?
their EP again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. I have my EP. So let's
Nice.
see how much healing I'm able to give you.
Okay, fine. You're the healer.
You're both my healers.
Aw,
Okay, so
I
that's
should have given you the good ring.
14 hit points.
All right.
I don't think I'm the healer because last round I healed exactly 0 people. Last game I healed exactly 0 people, and I think I let Devin's girlfriend die, or his crush.
My
They never
crush.
they never consummated the.
Yeah.
In fairness,
One-sided
that
stalker.
Cacophene was dealing a lot of damage.
Oh, it sure was.
Okay.
I made her suffer. She suffered a whole lot before she went.
Okay. So this is interesting. In this round, all of the goblins are trying to grapple, and so you have to roll. And I don't even know if this is possible. I don't think it is. You have to roll a strength of 14.
Oop. Nope.
What if he gets a
Um,
crit?
Oops.
No.
I think it's
Yeah.
enough.
Down I go.
You should pull the pin on that grenade I gave you.
So the goblins, instead of like stabbing in this particular occasion, like so many of them have been like smashed and pulped and like left to starve for some reason, and like turned into Swiss cheese. Like so much violence, and you should really try to imagine this all happening like in really quick succession. Like these waves are just, they're all sort of hitting one after another. And all these goblins just lunge straight at Normalman. And they each grab part of him and force him down onto the ground. And goblins start streaming in from around him.
Shit.
But he can get up again next round and limit the number of goblins that have gotten in. I'm just going to roll to see how many goblins do get in.
Oh god. Every time you say the word interesting, I'm not sure that means what you think it means. I think what you're meaning to say is catastrophic or calamitous.
I just want you to understand how poorly I rolled on the number of goblins who've gotten past Normalman. I rolled a D12 and a D6, and 2 goblins.
The rest are
Now
like,
that
Tripped.
that is interesting.
yes.
All right. Okay, so that takes us to the PC round. You have managed to survive 10 waves of goblin attacks.
My god.
Normalman, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna throw myself back up to hold the door, as they say. No EP, so the mace swings around and hits. Minimum damage, so 8, 9.
9 damage.
Yeah, I'm just like swinging it around, just trying to like keep the rest of the horde back, let them deal with the 2 they got through.
Okay, Elroy.
All right, let's see if I got the no EP. So I'm gonna sling at one of the goblins that got past us. That is going to be a hit. What is that? That's real high. That's like 10 to hit.
That's a hit.
And come on, you goddamn rock. 8. Oh, sorry, 7. 7 damage.
Okay. The fell?
The fell, tragically, feeling not as holy in this moment now that there are goblins in the room, is going to attack the damaged goblin with Force Missile. Oh, come on! 11 damage.
Which one is this that you're attacking?
The one that Todd just hit.
Oh. Okay, so you take him out. So there's only
One goblin chewing on the tree.
So there's only one goblin like in the courtyard, and then the rest are still just trying to attack. So that takes us to the top of the round. What's gonna happen?
Very interesting.
That's
God.
not good.
I don't like the faces.
Yes.
These are the attacks. 7 crit, 8 crit, 7 crit, 7, 8.
5 hits.
And it's 5 damage each.
So
Jeez.
25.
And the one who got through is attacking the fell with a 9 to hit.
Tie goes to PC. That's right, bitches. I put a
Arm's
point in Dex for a reason.
Nice.
Oh yes.
I'm picturing just holding that forehead and they're just swinging like a 5-year-old trying to hit you.
Okay. Top of the round, Normalman, what's going on?
How, on a scale of one
LVP.
to nearly dead, how nearly dead are you?
I could take half a round.
Okay. Okay.
You know that there is a metric that you could refer to.
I have 10 hit points left. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 1.
Great. Love that.
No EP and a crit to hit. So whichever one is closest to me gets 4, 8, 16 damage.
Whoa.
Okay. Now, sorry, there's a wounded one who's got 9 damage. Do you want to target?
Oh
a
yeah,
fresh
I'll take that one out so that they don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
No, because like one of us could take it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I'll
smush somebody else.
Well, they've got
freshen-
18 HP. So
Okay, then I'll freshenate somebody else and leave that for the Slingo.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Boom.
EP.
Elroy.
So I'm gonna heal you up. Go back to basting my armored friend with not a good roll. That's only 9 points of healing. I'm running out
Almost.
I'm running out
Juice.
of cumin.
Okay. The fell.
I did not roll my EP. Sorry, friend. Hang in there, as the cat on the poster would say. So I am just going to take out the most damaged-looking goblin with 18 points of damage.
Whoa.
Which is as good. Or maybe I should just take out a whole fresh one.
Yeah, the fresh one, that's it.
Because that will kill a whole goblin off the bat. So why don't I do that? We've got some soft ones for next time. I'm going to take out the one that's in the room with us. Like the one that just attacked me. I'm just going to obliterate him into a paste. Like
Sure.
totally liquefy that goblin.
Okay.
Hey,
So this
save me
brings us
some of
to
that.
the
I can turn it into a
12th
potion.
round of goblin attacks. So Normalman. 10 crit, 10, 8 crit, and grapple versus strength 10.
That's 2 hits.
6 damage each.
So that's 12. I am now under 10.
Okay.
And what was this? Oh, I have strength 12.
Okay. So you're good. It was strength 10.
You
Yikes!
are not normal. You are extraordinary, man. And don't you ever forget it.
Okay.
Ooh, I got my EP, so I'm gonna punch the 2 damaged ones with a lot to hit and another a lot to hit. So that's 8 damage to the first one and 10 damage to the second one.
The first one is actually still standing. Like barely. But the other one is white. Okay, and that brings us to Elroy the Tanuki. What are you gonna do?
I did not get EP, so the one that he did not drop last time, I'ma sling that guy for, what is that, 8 to hit?
Oh, that's a hit.
And 7 rock damage.
Oh, he is dead.
Great.
He's been killed by a flying rock.
Very Hobbit of you. I like that.
Yeah. The fell.
The Fel has their EP, so they are
Nice.
they're gonna heal normal men. Hopefully well. Questionably well.
Big money, big money.
Yeah, 15 hit points back.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost a half.
I'm doing the best I can.
You're like
Yeah,
wiping goblin
John
juice off
is
your
like-
legs.
Yeah, John is like covered in sweat and like he's blinking the gick out of his eyes as much as he can, and he's like starting to really feel the weight of this armor.
Okay, Goblin round 13. Again, they're diving in.
Insane.
Lucky
The
13.
shivs, like from every angle, like trying to get at your scalp, like ears, like trying to get up into like the jaw, under the helmet, like they're just trying to get everywhere with these shivs.
Oh my god.
7 crit, 8 crit, 7 crit.
Jesus tits.
And that's 5 damage per hit.
Oh, please tell me you're still alive.
-2.
Ah, shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
On unlucky Goblin round 13, goblins swarm in and basically surround both Elroy and the Fel.
I kind of picture Normalman going down something like this. So it'll be like,
So you're wondering how I got here.
So let me just think. If you guys immediately like sort of lump together, I'll say that you're still able to do things for each other. But if not, then you're going to be cut off from one another. Elroy, who is on top of the wall, I think could probably try to flee along the top of the wall and maybe get into a position somewhere else. But if you want to be able to like affect one another, like maybe, I don't know, resuscitate John Normalman, you're gonna have to stick together. So what do you want to do? And it is Elroy's turn because Normalman is down for the count.
I knew I should not have stopped an avatar. Alright. Get up, you giant metal-coated goblin murderer.
no EP. So,
You
and
can
I
still do the
chose to
resuscitate thing though. You can still be like, get up.
Okay.
If you can vex, I can resuscitate him.
I can't vex.
Possibly.
I don't have my EP.
Oh, you don't have your EP. Oh,
yeah,
then
just
definitely
rolled it.
slap the shit out of him
Yeah,
and wake him up.
I'm
'Cause
gonna go
do more damage.
I'm gonna drop off the wall. I don't know if I take hit points or anything when I fall down. Trying to
No.
avoid going through a swarm of goblins. just land right next to him and just be like, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Okay. So
And that's my
Normalman
turn.
gets back his will in HP.
I went from -2 to 2.
Fuck yeah, you did. That's all you need,
And-
buddy.
And while I'm here, I'm going to slip him my ring of protection.
Just let me get that off there.
Why is
There
this
are
wet?
worse things in your cuts right now.
Okay, the fell.
Tragically, I did not roll my AP.
Is that what number is
I
that?
rolled a 2.
I
It's a
thought
2.
you banked something.
I know, but how many?
No, how
have you
could I
missed?
bank something? I didn't roll it. If I had rolled my EP last term, I would have like massaged him back to health.
You
No,
did
I didn't
bank
bank
it though,
it.
didn't you bank one?
You banked
I
a while
banked it
ago.
and then I spent it. I don't know,
Okay.
like
Then the next round.
Right.
immediately
right.
because he was dying.
So that's number what?
Um,
5? 5.
Listen, listen. We're doing okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. So I guess the fella is going to use force missile to like clear a hole so I can get to them and like we can all be together.
Sure.
At least we'll die together.
Yeah, we might as well all if we fall, we fall together, etc. So I don't know. I'll just like target a goblin between me and them and just force missile, or I could target none of them and you just like hand wave it that I'm able to like walk over without getting stabbed.
No. You definitely like run towards him while like force missiling goblins out of the way. Like, don't
Okay.
forget, you can have it so that each one of your force missiles hits a different goblin, just to kind of like push them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if you need me to roll for it. I presume
No.
it doesn't
I'll
do
say that
anything.
you guys are all together, and Normalman is like awake, and then
Well, this is
we'll
nice.
see what this round brings. So,
Are you rolling
against
to see
Normalman-
who you're targeting?
Pardon?
Are you like how do they decide who they're targeting, or you're just gonna tell us? I'll shut the hell up.
You'll find out. So Normalman is 7 crit 8 crit 7 crit 7 8.
Down again.
No point in doing the math. Gone. Okay, got it.
Oh, this is very interesting. The fell is only grapples, so you have to roll strength 18 or be grappled.
I'm fucking grappled. I have a strength of 1, bitches. I couldn't even pass a single goblin trying to hold me still.
It's
I am
just
not
one
strong.
goblin. Hey, get off
You
me, get
also
off.
take
And the
8
rest are just like,
damage.
oh.
I also take what? Sorry.
8 damage.
Okay.
And Elroy, this is an interesting one. I haven't rolled it yet.
Stop saying interesting,
make me
man.
their
It's not
king.
interesting.
Sorry, it's not. This is
Interesting would be like they decide Elroy's style needs a refresh and they give him a whole new outfit and he feels great about himself.
I feel
That
Okay.
would be
I
interesting.
feel pretty.
Elroy, fumble 9, fumble 7 8 crit, fumble 9 crit.
2 hits. That's
wow.
it. Yeah, because I got
Yeah,
Dex
there's 6 damage
Def
per
9.
6 damage per hit.
All right.
So they're like stabbing in the wrong places. They're like they're like whacking like your bag that has your stuff in it just for no reason. And that brings us to the top of the round. You've survived 14 rounds of goblin attacks. Normalman is re-down. Elroy.
I have my EP, so why don't you do something else and I will bring Normalman
I
back because
also
I'm
got my EP, so
I
I'm
am
going
way
to use
better.
a stench bomb to try to.
Hey,
I'm going to use a stench bomb to try to clear away. I got 4. And I'm suggesting that once we get Normalman up, we run for the top of that wall, just to limit what can surround us.
Or we could like block the door. I don't know. Can we still
But
like
there's
stem the
so
tide,
many
or
are
are they
in
flooded in? Okay.
They've surrounded you. They're
Okay,
like,
cool.
there's so many
So
of them.
we're like full balls deep in Helm's Deep right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. Balls deep in goblins. That's the episode title. I've just
Goblins.
I've just named it for us.
Yeah, I'm gobbling these nuts.
There you go. Subtitle: Goblin these nuts. I love it. It's flawless. That's how we make the big party. Right there.
Someone's gonna like look at that title. Oh, I'm getting my Vaseline. I'm getting my tissues. I'm gonna listen to this.
It's like,
Sponsor.
this is not what we thought it was. This is bad.
The fell.
The Fell has their EP. Thank whatever deity you choose. And that means I need to roll a d10. So that is 5 plus 6 plus your will plus 2.
5 plus 6 plus 2 is 13. So I'm up to 15.
Yeah. So you're back and you have 15 hit points. This
Sweet.
is like my one great skill. Like I'm not even the best healer you could possibly have for the party, but if you die and I have my EP, I am so good at making sure you come back.
Okay. So Goblin round 15.
Oh God.
Versus Normalman 10 crit.
Oh come
10,
on.
8 crit, and grapple versus strength 10.
How much damage was that? That's 6 each.
6 per crit.
Okay. So I got 3 hit points left,
My beautiful work.
and my strength. What was it? 10.
Yep.
10.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Now only 4 of them are attacking Elroy, and
Only 4.
they're not good at attacking Elroy because I keep rolling that lot with all the fumbles.
God
Like, fumble, 9, fumble.
9 is my defense, so I get out of the way.
I go to DC. And versus the fell.
I'm coming back for your face.
Versus the fell. Is 10 a hit?
It is a hit.
10.
Oh wait,
crit.
is it a melee attack or ranged?
This is all melee at this point.
Damn it. I should have bought the other one.
Uh,
I wasn't anticipating actually being within melee range.
yeah.
Curses!
So that goes 10 crit, 10, 8 crit, grapple versus strength 10.
So I have a def 9, so anything over 9.
Yeah, so that's you got 4 hits there.
4
Cool.
hits, 6 damage per hit, 24 damage.
Okay. I am
Um,
bloodied.
And you're also grappled because I'm guessing your strength isn't.
Oh yeah, I have a strength of 1, so anything that is lower than above a 7 is just I can't possibly make. So
Okay.
love that for me. I am grappled.
That brings us to the top of the round with Normalman, who is not grappled.
Ooh, I got my EP. So I'm gonna do a thing that I have never done. I'm gonna do
Get it done.
Second Wind,
Hmm.
which is gonna be 12 hit points back. So that's at 15. So it's not great, but the shield comes up and I'll. Are there any injured?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'll just take a swing at the closest one with a crit to hit. So that's 4, 10, 12, 13 damage.
Where's that fucking cow? For the love of God! You sent him to
15
do
rounds.
what?
You
Isn't
had
that
one job, cow.
long?
Yeah, but he had some
Elroy.
moments before that. Like, you know, like most of the time was before people got to the door, you know?
I had time to change armor.
Yeah.
Elroy,
All right. Should have had time to change my shorts.
No EP. So I will. Is there any way we could? I mean, they'll get at the tree, but could repositioning to the top of the wall help us? Like limit the access or something? I guess they're good climbers too.
You're so surrounded by goblins right now that to get back onto the wall would take like a massive amount of strength to like pull them all away.
All right. I'm just seeing if I have anything else in my trickster. No, I don't think so. So I guess I will just. You know what? They're up close and personal. Time to pull out the dagger. That's a crit. So,
Stab the injured one. Stab the injured one.
that is going to be 15 damage.
Okay. And the fell is grappled for this round.
Can I roll my EP while I'm grappled and like hang
you
on
can
to
still
it?
roll EP.
Cool. I have my EP for
Hey.
what,
Did
what
I
it's
kill
worth.
the one that I stabbed? Like an injured one?
I don't know that you and Normalman can target the same. I'll say you can.
They certainly can target all of us. So I
Yeah.
feel like
Okay. Which brings us to the 16th round of goblin attacks, and the number of goblins is just like an uncountable number of goblins are now attacking you, not only from every side but also from above.
right.
And they're just stabbing straight down.
Please tell
Sorry.
me they're stabbing each other too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
Probably. But as they're doing this, and you hear, or you think you hear, you hope you hear, the sound of what sounds like a bugle, but like a really low horn bugle, like and the goblins who are still going like kava ma ma kava ma ma and like beating on their drums or whatever, they're like and they're like what is that, and the goblins
Fucking
basically
horseshoe.
still grabbing onto you, grappling you, kind of drag you to the far end of the courtyard, like they're maybe going to drag you somewhere else to kill you. But then people start coming through the gate, that sort of broken gateway into the courtyard where the Tree of Wands is, and you have no idea who's going to show up. And this orc, clean shaven, very tall, not wearing an axe or anything at his side, steps forward. He has a breastplate of solid granite, and
Jesus.
he's got tattoos all over his neck and his arms, but his arms are bare and he doesn't have any weapons on him. And orcs fan out behind him, like, you know, your typical orc marauders who have, like, you know, double bearded axes, and you know, like their tusks are just hanging out of their mouths, and they're like, oh, like they're really there to pillage. But there's one orc who walks up. He looks around, he sees you, and all the goblins are like cowering, like as crazed as they are to try to fulfill this prophecy with Kava. They're afraid of this guy, and one of them kind of like scampers up to him and like says some things and points at you, and this orc walks up to you and he says, "My name is Gajo, and I understand that you know my sister. Now, I don't know what is going on here with this tree. I don't have any interest in Aventale. I don't have any interest in this war or these goblins or any of this. But I understand that my sister was tortured to death, and someone has to pay for that. And so one of you is going to fight me and I will have vengeance, or I will have death. And one of his orcs takes a bow and arrow, and with a nod from Gajo, fires a flaming arrow into the Tree of Wands.
Oh,
And
come
the
on.
Tree of Wands starts to catch fire at the bottom. And he says, "You can look after your tree, but first, one of you will fight me to the death." And the goblins are like, "Yeah!" Because they see the tree is burning. Yeah!
Oh, God.
So, much like you've been doing before, you can pick a different one of you if you want one of you to be the fighter, but one of you will fight Gajo to the death, and the other two can continue to use things like heals or ranged attacks or vexes, but it's Gajo versus one of you.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, can we have a minute to,
rock,
like,
paper, scissors?
like
with
stuff
you
a
there,
band-aid like up his breastplate and like keep some of the fluids inside of him
I mean-
before he starts?
Yeah,
Do
so
I-
if you've got your EP, you can heal him because
I
Gajo
do.
is actually going, and he's like basically, just like talking with one of the other orcs, and basically
Yeah, Amara totally killed his,
hold all
his
these
sister,
goblins
right?
back.
I
Yeah.
mean, can we tell him that she died real bad?
I'm gonna.
Okay. I
Could
healed
do
you for
field
17.
medicine on Normalman there? Just wondering.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's
if
your field medicine roll?
I
Alright.
can cast my sorry, go ahead, Todd.
Okay, so I'll do that. Will be my roll for field medicine, which is a total of what is that? 10 HP. As I like do the whole peso run around you with bandages thing.
If I can still cast my healing spell, all three of us get 17 hit points back.
Oh,
Yeah, you're the
I
healer.
am up to 32.
I'm
Great.
full. Unless that last round took a bunch of damage before they stabbed at us. I'll roll my EP just to see. Nope.
So John stands up to Goblin?
Gajo.
Gajo. And he's like, weapons, no weapons? Do you have a preference?
Gajo says, "Whatever you like."
Do you?
I appreciate the courtesy.
How badass is that? You stand up and you're like, "Do you want me to beat you to death, or should I make it quick?"
So,
I'm expecting him to win.
so all the goblins are, in addition to cheering that the tree is burning, they're like playing their crazed drums and like beating their sticks and just like boom boom clack clack clack, boom 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 clack 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 clack, boom 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 boom, and like kava 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 mama. And Gajo is doing that sort of like Bane pace where he's kind of pacing around you, and he's like, "I will have vengeance, or I will have death." So
We could just like skip to death.
top of
Because
the
like
round with the PCs. Now, do you want to change your turn order so that it goes like Elroy the Fell Normalman, or do you want it to be Normalman Elroy the Fell, or whatever you like?
Still works for me.
Okay.
yeah, I mean like either you're gonna be dead at the start of the round and we'll be going ahead of you, which won't matter because if you die, I guess the fight's over even if I resurrect you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I just have to wait till he's not looking and then bring you back. Be
Yeah.
like,
Just kick
What-
it.
someone distract him.
Did I do anything with Amara's heart? I feel like it got ripped out, and I may have toyed with the idea of keeping it.
You kept her
No.
sword.
I kept her sword, but
You could
that's
you could like give him the sword maybe later.
I
No,
just
I
not
want to
in
think
this
again, so
moment.
you guys can come up with a strategy in my absence if you wish.
Great.
It can be super zany if you like, but I'll be back.
Love a zany strategy. We're
yeah,
so
I feel
good
like
at this.
we're probably gonna give Amara's sword to La Habrea.
Yeah, but we can take it off his corpse and give it to the
Again, you're
librarian.
assuming that I win.
I mean, you survived 13-ish approximate rounds of goblin combat. You know, you've only died a little bit today.
Just died
I
just
have
died a
faith.
little.
I have faith. Only nearly dead. It's not the same.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's probably like a brawler, so we're probably pretty evenly matched.
Look, well, the good news, the great news, is that he can't crit on you 5 times. He can only do it twice.
That's true. That's true.
But he probably does more than 6 points of damage.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a strategy.
Yeah, I'm not
for
going to
you.
disagree with you. This is
I
bad.
have a strategy. You ready for this?
The 5 D's of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
There you go. You gotta just don't get hit. You got this.
And how about the next time Leroy rolls his EP, he shoots him with his gun.
Yeah.
You've had a gun this whole time?
I can
It's
only
only good
hit
against
one,
one.
which is why I was focusing on healing or vexing, and most of the time I was just healing.
But I feel like, okay, so the limit with this is that if you shoot him, the goblins are going to kill us.
Is that
Or the
He said
orcs are
we
going
could
to
use
kill us.
ranged.
Order of
Well,
operation. No,
you can
we
use ranged.
can't.
You can attack him.
We can. All 3 of us?
Sure.
Yeah, he's fighting me to the death, but you guys can also chip in, which I appreciate.
We
Yeah.
can? I thought that would violate the rules of the game, and then his orcs would get mad and beat the shit out of us.
Okay,
Orc
let's
dueling
find
is
out.
in this particular setting, like, you know, you can, you know, if you rush in there and start doing like melee attacks and stuff against this guy, I suspect that something bad might happen. But
Not with their style.
Well, the good news is I don't want to do that anyway.
Same.
So so John goes over to Golden Gadjo. Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Golden was my character.
you're like, you orcs all have the same name.
Golden wasn't even an orc. They were a yeti.
And he says, I think I know who tortured your sisters to death. She was killed earlier today by a Kako demon. She was ripped in half. Her heart's been pulled out. She died horribly, but not horribly enough for someone who wanted to torture captives. That's where we are.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So Gadjo respects you. He's like, thank you for that. I still have to do what I have to do. Thank you for that.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, good. All right.
And then sucker punch.
Well,
Go for the throat.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my EP.
Yeah.
And that is a crit for the first punch and a crit for the second punch. So that is
Double throat punch. That's amazing.
7, 14, 22 damage.
Whoa.
sweet.
Yes, and I still have Leroy's Ring of Protection from before, because I didn't use it, because I got killed too quick.
And it's Elroy, but I'm not gonna hold that.
It's alright.
That's it. Fight to the death, motherfucker.
I have taken a lot of stabs today. I don't remember anybody's names.
John Normalman has taken an abnormal
I
amount of
will-
hits to the
I will
face.
let that slide. Based on all the concussion and contusions.
So Gadjo, after taking these 2 punches, he basically assumes like this sort of arms wide open wrestler stance, and his mouth kind of hangs open so the tusks are pointed straight at you, and his shoulders are pointed straight at you, and he's sort of starting to almost like waver back and forth. And he makes a grab for you, and that's a strength 9.
Doesn't the other two get a chance to shoot him?
Oh yeah, sure, that's true. Okay, Elroy and then the Fel.
I did not get my EP. Can I just kind of blend in with the goblin crowd for a minute and like
Yeah,
hopefully go
probably.
over and like
You're
take
kind of
a-
like the right size as well.
Yeah, there's a pile of faces around too.
Oh, it's not, none of them are my size.
I'm gonna grab a blood-soaked goblin cloak, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try to smother the fire on this while all of them are watching. I'll wait to hopefully do this kind of stealthy like. I did not get my EP. Like, not stealth like I don't get to be seen. I mean, like, I'm so obscured by all these creatures that it's hard to see me as they're all watching Normalman.
A lot of people are watching the tree burn.
Okay, fair.
Fire is great.
It's true.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay, Fel.
I did get my EP, so I'm going to heal John Normalman for 16 hit points. Just like, come on, you can do this. Hang in there, buddy.
Full.
Right.
Right.
A great way to start one-on-one combat on a level-ish playing field. Godspeed.
So that was a strength 9. He tries to grab you.
Strength 10.
So you like push him off. Okay. Normalman, what are you gonna do?
No EP, so I flip my shield around and go to smash him with the mace, with a 11 to hit,
That is a hit.
and 11 damage.
Okay. Elroy.
Chipping him away.
No EP again. Okay, is there anything around here with which I can put this fire out, like, in a hurry? I know I'm making a plan to, like, save the tree. Ideally, maybe I can, I don't know. Is there anything around that can give me a hand with that? Like, there doesn't have to be a conveniently located water tower.
It's like a watering can right there.
I mean, I have holy water on me. I don't know if that'll
Not
work.
really a lot.
All right.
Oh,
Then,
no.
Pretty visible.
yeah. No, I'm
I
almost
think you're-
not. Okay. By any chance, is that mini walking catapult that we rode here like way back in the day sitting around anywhere?
I'm gonna say yes. It is sitting right outside the city gates, just like there's like a bird perched on its shoulder, chirping.
How far is that?
Happy day.
Quite a ways.
It's a ways. Like
All
you'll
right.
reach it by the time we get to our next session.
All right. I guess all I will do is just kind of make small talk with the goblin. I mean, I guess I could use a sling to like hurt this orc in single combat. All right, I'll do that.
It's only single combat on his end.
Yeah. So that is 10 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. So that's gonna do 7 points of rock damage to his orcness.
You're like, boo! Boo!
Okay, the foul.
Boo. Yes, boo.
The Fel has their EP, so they are going to
Slide.
bank that for
Next round.
next round. I presume Sunbeam, Moonbeam, and Eldritch Blast, none of which would put out a fire.
No.
But could I use them to cause a distraction so that no one would see Elroy do whatever ridiculous thing he's about to do?
I suppose so, but
Like, is there like a bright chandelier or something where I could like shine sunbeam or moonbeam into it so it's like suddenly a beautiful light show that's very distracting?
that's a very cool image. But you are outside because there's a tree and.
You mean there aren't any chandeliers around this fucking tree? What kind of palace is
castle
this?
is this?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Shoot a sunbeam into the wands, and then it will bounce around on their silvery glowishness, creating this gorgeous sun-like glow, and then cause the top of the tree to catch fire as well. Wait.
No, I would rather not risk damaging the tree at this moment. So maybe I will, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use Sunbeam. I'm going to try and find something reflective, maybe an orc shield or something, a breastplate. And I'm going to shine, I'm not going to do like damage. I'm going to shine light into this orc's eyes to like distract him. Like, he's like, it's why is it so bright all of a sudden?
Okay.
Okay. Do you need me to roll to do that?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I will roll with disadvantage.
Sweet.
In
He's
this,
got
in this attack
the
round,
beautiful sun in his eyes.
which is great because I did crit, but then that crit was reduced to a 9 to hit, which I gather is not a hit.
That is not a hit.
You must be so dented by now.
Normalman.
No EP, so the mace swings around with a 10 to hit.
That's a hit.
12 damage.
Okay.
He's not undead, is he?
No, he's not undead.
Okay, then never mind.
Not yet.
He is getting pretty bloodied though. You guys have been rolling very nicely. But the flames on the Tree of Wands are starting to rise up. Like it's like the branches up top are starting to sort of flicker. And the goblins are like, Kava mama, Kava mama. So you need this fight to end quickly so you can like do something about that tree, or you need to do something while the fight is going on. Gajo. No EP. 10 to hit and 11 to hit.
Hey, didn't Elroy and the Fell get a chance to go?
Didn't?
They did not.
Yeah, because I went with my mace, and then they didn't do anything.
Yeah, he was blinded, so
No.
he didn't do any damage. So now it's Elroy and the Fell's
okay.
turn. Yeah.
Right, and then you went again. Sorry, Elroy
Yeah.
and the Fell.
Yeah. So maybe now is our moment to either kill this guy or like do something.
I don't know. Out of curiosity, I did get my EP. I got a 5. I don't imagine a stench bomb will put out a fire.
A healing potion might.
No.
A blunderbuss shot to the back of this guy might.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely
the
change
fight's
the
over.
playing field.
No, when the fight's over, then the goblins will just kill us all and burn the tree down. The fight is the
Not if
time
we
we
can-
have.
Not necessarily. There might be some chaos. The orcs might help us out. I don't know. It's a fair fight.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Horse in this race.
Here's what I'm gonna do. This is a gunslinger NCS feat. It's called cheat. So no one gets to be a high plains drifter without learning how to bluff. And so I'm gonna scramble up into the lower branch of the trees, like flames just licking just a little bit below. Maybe go up a little bit higher if I need to. I'm gonna dangle from. I'm gonna point up on the far side, and I'm gonna yell,
The eagles are coming! The eagles!
and I'm gonna try to get all the goblins and all the like everybody who's not watching the fight to look over there. And I'm gonna bank that EP. Can I roll a something?
Why don't you give me a D6 just to tell me how lucky you are at this?
I'm a 2.
Shit.
I mean, in my defense, I have that gunfighter cheat thing.
You absolutely do. But I rolled significantly higher than a 2.
And they're
so,
all like, burn the raccoon, burn the raccoon.
well, no, I'm gonna say that a lot of them look up and are like, "What are egos?"
Are they delicious?
They're large. Never mind.
But still, the distraction does last a little bit. The fell. Are you feeling divine again?
I mean, I had my EP banked, so
Oh, that's right.
and Normalman hasn't taken any damage, which is a shocking turn of events for the evening. So I feel like I can either hit this guy and like give Normalman a hand, or
Yeah, shoot him in the back.
okay, I'll shoot him in the back. Whatever. The fellow's like, we don't have time for this. This man has to die faster. So that's 13 damage. Force missiles. It's just like wind. It's really aggressive wind, you know? Like, it's the eagle wind. Like, that. Did you not hear the eagles? They're flapping.
The wind is coming. Okay, so I had pre-rolled, and it was no EP, 10 to hit, and 11 to hit. Both misses?
Those are both misses.
Okay, so he's like,
Clank, clank,
clank.
There's kidneys under here somewhere.
This is the best fight I've had in years.
Okay.
EP.
Okay,
Nice.
EP.
Ooh, so I'm gonna do metal. That's a 13 to hit, and another 13 to hit.
Both hits.
And max damage, so 22.
Ooh.
This is what you were built for.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes, yes it is.
Finally,
Okay.
single combat.
Elroy.
This is way better than fighting 40 guys at a time.
If I bank DP, I don't get to roll again, right? I just use it or bank it more.
Yeah. You can only have one EP banked, so if you have one banked, that's it.
I mean, I could stench bomb them. I could.
You'd shoot him in the back.
Do we really want this?
Really big on that plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna need my fighter back because we have to come up with a way to put this fire out.
I say I'm still up in the tree, like just climbing a bit higher to stay away from the flames. I'm just like, we don't have time for this. Pull up the gun. I just take a big old shot at the orc, and yeah, let's see if this works.
R.I.P. everybody. The only one who's like standing in the crowd. This is going to be great.
Yeah.
I look forward to whatever is going to happen to me in the next
Targets.
20
This
seconds.
is versus the target's dex. So that's only a what is my dex? Is 5. So 7 to hit their dex plus d6.
Ooh.
That's not a great shot.
But it doesn't matter because Gaucho is not very dexterous and he does not see this coming. And so what is the damage?
Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Okay, here we go. It is 10 plus my level, so 18 plus a d8. That's a 4, so 22 points of damage. Just oh, boom.
We just did my entire hit points. Or actually, no, I have more hit points than that, but Normalman's entire hit points in one round.
Okay, so describe it.
Shit. This is gonna go so
Honestly,
bad.
I'm just hanging on the tree, just pull it up. I'm just boring conversation anyway. Boom! And like you're ready, you're enjoying this fight. This is the best fight of your life, and his head just disappears.
We've got
It looks
things
like
to do.
It looks like you went to punch him and his head just like missed it, and you're like,
Just red mist. And he like
Sorry.
falls like knees first, poof, and then like torso hits the ground, boom. And all the orcs who are there with him are like, "Gah!" And then all the goblins are like, "Wah!" And the goblins start just running in every different direction. And at that exact moment, when they stop playing the drums, you hear Scott Cow being like, "I said, get your horses up here! Come on!" And he's basically weighed anchor. So there's like an anchor with a chain that's just dangling down into this courtyard. And all the goblins are running around like they're crazy, and the orcs are shell-shocked. So you have this opportunity now to make a run for that chain and just start climbing up. So do you want to do anything before you start climbing up, or do you want to just book it?
Is there anything we can do to put out this fire
yeah,
and avoid having to fight Kava Mama?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab like a bunch of like light-looking goblin corpses and like slap them into the tree, like
These meaty,
Wet.
like fire
Wet.
blankets.
yes.
It's like
They catch
blood
fire,
sponges.
and like this is like crackling. Like you can hear the crackling of this fire, and like the flames are like leaping.
I'm still
and
up in the tree,
reaching.
like climbing higher and
like-
higher.
The fire from the bottom is like swirling around the bottom of the trunk.
John looks to Elroy and says, "It's fucked. Break off as many wands as you can, and let's go."
All right, I do that.
Is that the plan?
I mean, I feel like this is a recipe. I mean, were we ever going to avoid the end of the world? I think not. But like
Are
I
you gonna
don't
break
think
off some branches from the tree before you get out of here?
I'm gonna break off as many as I can. What,
Okay.
a D6
Same.
worth? I'm just tossing them down, breaking and tossing, and
Yeah.
then I'll fill my pockets with it, and the belt, and then I'm gonna leap for
Okay.
that chain from the top of the tree.
Okay. Elroy, give me a D6.
1.
Oh,
Great. Brutal.
you get a
Fucking
little
brutal.
bit. Okay. And
Can
you leap for the chain. And
Can I
the
do
chain
that
is here,
one?
your hands
Is
like
the leap, but then another D6 is the how many wands I get?
no.
Ah,
No. You you leap up onto the chain, and it's swinging, and the Fel and Normalman are also swinging, and the airship starts to gain altitude, and you can hear the skeletons going like, pull and pull and pull, and like they pull you aboard, and they're like, "Olé!" as you get aboard, and like Scott Cow is like, "You wouldn't have believed that there's a weaver and a chimera. Oh, it was awful.
I'm
I
sorry
had
to
a
hear that, big guy.
flashback." Anyways, so you manage to lift off just as the tree of wands basically crackles and snaps in half and falls, and there's just this puff of cinders that rise up into the sky, and the goblins all fall to their knees, and they're like, "Come on, mama!" And then suddenly one of the Vesper Hills, it erupts, and it is like volcanic, and you see this red fire, just this gout of fire come out of the top of the Vesper Hill. And at the very top of this pillar of fire, you see this sphere form, and it has this zigzag mouth, and it roars like it is this flaming, roaring face, and the magma is slowly cooling, and the goblins are like, "Come on!" And you sail up and we'll find out what happens in the next session.
Well, I think that went well, all things considered.
Man.
Elroy opens his little raccoon fist to find out what he has actually managed to get. And he has managed to get one little wand and also an acorn.
Oh, so we could replant the tree,
Mhm.
presumably.
Acorn.
God. Great.
Well,
Love
this
that.
is useless.
I'm gonna go throw this over the side.
Wait, I thought you ate those.
That's true.
Anyway.
Oh.
Well, that was
Wow.
very interesting. You guys got through 16 rounds of goblin attacks.
Jesus.
How many did we kill?
Oh, I
Just
wasn't
one.
keeping track.
Ah.
I didn't care. There's an endless supply. And
Those of you
Gajo-
at home, I want you to go through and do the math for us.
Yeah, I don't
One,
wanna do
I
that.
want to hear how much damage Normalman tanked
Yeah, that's
over
fair.
the course of the last few hours, because that was
dealt.
fucking
That was a
epic.
crazy amount of damage at the end. Like
I'm
you
gonna
were
say,
critting like
like,
crazy.
I probably took like 80 points of damage.
That was a lot.
overall.
Mhm.
You lost your full health, like I'm
Yeah.
gonna say more than once.
Yeah, and we were
Yeah.
just dropping healing on you, especially
Like-
the fell. But between
Yeah,
the two of us.
I mean, there was a lot of hit points restored to Normalman in this game.
The
Yes.
the Gajo build is just a standard PC build for an orc brawler at level 12. I didn't give him any special equipment or anything like that. At level 12, a brawler with a con of 6 has 103 hit points and deals 36 damage on a wrestling move. But he just didn't roll EP. And if you're not rolling EP,
One.
and you're stacked against a fighter with very high defense, your regular attacks aren't likely to hit.
Yeah, like pretty much you only hit me with a crit. But if he had gotten, well, I guess if he had gotten his EP, it would have been strength versus strength. So
Yeah.
then it would have just been like 50-50. But at
Now-
36 damage per hit, he would have killed me with 1.
No, you had full hit points going
That's
into
true.
that. He
So
would have killed you
almost
with
you
might have
1 and a
got two.
half.
1.5, yes.
There would have been time for one of us to support you.
There you go. We're here
Um,
together.
I actually think the goblins were more dangerous though, because every
They
time I
were.
rolled a 2,
There were so
it was like
many.
5 crits and
Yeah.
25 damage.
Yeah.
But I was actually hoping to roll more 6s with the goblins, because that is the lot where they all grapple, and then you just have like
Roll over an 18.
grapple like strength 18 or whatever. You can't possibly make it.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, good game, you guys. I will have at least one more session planned. I'm hoping we can get more of our players to the table for the sort of grand finale.
Yeah, this might have been
Um,
a slightly different one if we had a few more people.
My
But
gosh.
I would have had to spread the
If we-
healing around.
If
didn't
we
want that.
had La Habrea who can like charm people,
Mhm.
these goblins
Or-
would have been stabbing each other.
Or Scott
whole
Cow
game.
with his
Or Scott
rage.
Cow with his like
He could just stand there and roll EP and
But considering,
not do anything else.
like Normalman, I'm pretty sure this was you. Here you go. I found the sound effect I was looking for.
Dad, are you hurt?
Just my bones and organs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
All
lot
right.
of damage. All right, well, that was fun. Oh, and one last thing.
Yeah.
I did hear through the grapevine something about not that I want this to end. I want this to keep going on forever and ever. Balls deep in goblins. Goblin D's nuts. But
Goblin these nuts.
colon Goblin D's nuts. That just we're classy. But I do like me a good space game. I think there was some mention of that. So once,
Yes.
however this goes, Kava Mama eating us all, or us somehow figuring out a way, but I believe that's on deck, isn't it?
The last flight of the Crusader 3.
Wow, that sounds so optimistic for us. I hope our ship's name is the Crusader 6 and that we're fine. And
Yeah, we're
that
investigating.
the last flight is
the
deeply
flight of
irrelevant
The Crusader 3.
to our
It's
peaceful.
it's gonna be a
tranquil
whole
lives.
game of like
It's
you
a
guys
farming
flying
game.
to different ports. You're gonna be raising
Ooh, trading.
banthas.
Trading.
So it's all about small municipal codes, violations, and
Policy enforcement.
Oh,
Policy
we're really
enforcement.
just
I love it, love it,
delivering.
love it.
We're just delivering summonses, and that's it. Nothing else.
By law enforcement in space. I'm here for it. Ready. So ready.
So if you like space games and you like this system and you're listening, you can tune in for some space game stuff. And I think that's it. And I think we're going to sign off now. So I will say good night. And thanks for coming. And don't forget, you can to hit that like and subscribe. And we'll see you in about a week. And yay! Thanks so much for running the game and for playing. That was redunculous.
that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So many
that was
goblins.
Oh my god!
I would love if one of us played a goblin horde in a game.
Not one goblin, a goblin horde.
The
All right.
Goblin Horde is fun.
It is
Yeah.
fun.
Space goblins.
In space,
we
no
go.
one can hear you goblin these nuts.
That's no moon.
That's no
Alright.
moon. Those are D's nuts.
These nuts. All
Oh,
right.
I'm hearing a ship name in our future.
All right.
Wow,
All right,
definitely
thanks very
not
much,
naming the
everybody.
ship the Crusader 3. That just sounds bad.
Yeah, seriously. Anything else? The Titanic, the Flounder.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, whatever it is. All right. Well, thanks for playing. That was a lot of fun. See you next time.